What is up, YouTube? It's Jamie here, and today I have a surprise for you. It's not so much of a surprise if you take a quick look at the title of this video. While we're booting up here and we're waiting for people to join in, I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to take it to Facebook. All right, and we're back. I shared it. Now we're good to go. So this is the HX Stomp. This thing is so freaking small. And while people are joining in and stuff, which I don't think we have anybody yet, I'm going to grab something. I'm going to show you the difference in size. And that's what she said. But just need to do a few things here. Haha. Okay, so there's that. We have one person in the chat. Awesome. Let's unbox this thing. Get this out of my way. Sorry, this is just so off the cuff. Just got back from Detroit. Had a really good practice. If you're unaware with my band, what I do is I play in an 80s band. It's called Rockstar, and we play 80s rock all over the place with all sorts of great people, for great people. And it's a little bit of work. Actually, it's a lot of work. I rip my hair out a lot. Right now, I'm planning a fly rig because here, November 2nd, I think it's the 2nd, I fly out playing with Rockstar, my band, and Brett Michaels, Sebastian Bach. If you're not familiar, Brett Michaels is from Poison. Sebastian Bach is from Skid Row, among a bunch of other bands that are going to be there. Last year, it was Night Ranger, Loverboy. We actually went on after Loverboy, which is insane. Talk about nerve-wracking, because that's pretty much the definition for me, following an act like that. We also played with Starship. We played with Quiet Riot. I can't even name them all for you folks, but yeah. If you haven't seen any pictures, this is something my girlfriend came up with, and then my stage manager printed it off on this aluminum. Looks really nice. But that's little me over there. It looks like we're on this 80s synthwave, retro wave highway. That's my singer behind me. Straddling me. I think he wanted me to call him Dad something, but I just wouldn't do it. Just don't do it. But yeah, this is a really cool thing they made for me. Super, super awesome. That's me. And then, of course, I know you guys have seen this a few times. I play guitars like this that are just super 80s shreddy. This one needs a little bit of work done to it. I want to swap out the Seymour Duncans for some Job tones. This one has the FU tone stuff on it. There's a sticker that says Rockstar. Fan made me. Get a lot of cool fan made stuff, and super, super grateful for that. But I know you guys joined in for a certain reason. We got JJ's House of Jams. Really funny story, JJ's House of Jams. My initials are JJ. JTJ. My parents called me JJ from birth, and I mean pretty much until now, and I'm 25. So they still call me JJ. When I was in school, there was a show called JJ the Jet Plane, and people made fun of me and called me JJ the Jet Plane. And I swear I wanted to beat everybody up, but I couldn't because I was small. But yeah, let's jump into this right now. So we have the packaging here, HX Stomp. This is not any different really from what you get from any of the other Helix products. Shows the back, shows the top, HX Stomp. On the side we have cereal and just HX Stomp on that side. Nice little slip cover. Get that out of the way. And then it is pretty much just a uncolored version of what you saw on the slipcover. So yeah, cool stuff. Opening it up, it looks like we have a cheat sheet, which is very common for Line 6 to include. Sometimes you'll find a USB cable with some of the Helix stuff. I'm not sure if that's what this comes with as well, but it does have this cheat sheet to kind of get you started. And I will be reading this. Let's open this up, see what else we got. I own a Helix floor, so all this buzz lasts a couple days. Where'd my chat go? Come back. Was this little guy? Yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, interesting enough, I bought this from Sweetwater. Um, I posted like how excited I was that I bought it, but I took it down because Line 6 actually had it was American Musical Supply, and then a news website, and then a few other websites started posting the same news that this was a thing. So I removed the fact that I bought this at 9 a.m. Yesterday morning. So I ordered it before they were supposed to be on sale. I was actually the first order from Sweetwater. Isn't that kind of neat? So, okay, so just a cheat sheet with a few different languages here. So if you speak any of those okay, so this is definitely Spanish right here. Chulete. ¿Está perdido? And I'm Hispanic, so you can't get mad at me for speaking my language, my native tongue. I'm not just trying to be funny. Okay, so right here we have a congrats on your Line 6 purchase. Some information about support pages, what to do if you encounter a problem with the new purchase, their software drivers information, just stuff like that on that piece of paper. What do we have here? Hopefully some stickers. No, we don't. At Line 6, you got to put some stickers in the box. Tone Wars is in the house. He actually got his super early in the morning. Mine came at 8 o'clock this afternoon, which if I didn't have band practice today, I would have been waiting and probably just sitting here bored, trying to pass the time away. So, I mean, if you can imagine all the things I could do while passing the time away, it's only like two things: play guitar or make cables for this fly rig. A warranty card, software license agreement, and safety instructions, safety and compliance manual. It's all right there. And I will set this off to the side. One last bit we did forget, but we can't forget. Comes with rubber feet. So this is optional. I like that a lot. Line 6, I like this a lot. You know why? Because I'm a Velcro guy. I like to put Velcro on the bottom of my pedals, and I usually just take these off and then throw them. I have a video where I install a Morley Bad Horsey 2 wah onto my pedal board. That's all it is. And the video has like 2,500 hits. And yeah, it was just pretty much a meme video. But yeah, I took these off the bottom of the pedal and threw them as hard as I could across my house. So that was that video. But I have a legit Morley video coming up for you folks. It's a pretty new product. It's a miniature wah. It doesn't look like their old ones. This one is a signature wah. It fits me because I have a tiger stripe tattoo and stuff. If you look it up, you'll know what it is. But saving that for the next video or video after that. But it's going to be done hopefully before Punta Cana. Guys at Morley hooked me up for this mini fly rig. Here we have a USB cable. So I have a few of these now. Always comes in handy. In this box, we have the DC3G power supply, 9 volts. I believe this takes between 2 and 3 amps to actually run. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so it's the same one, same power supply as is included with the HX Effects pedal, which this thing's kind of a beast. But I believe, let me see. Somebody like me is curious about, oh no, this is not going to work. So this is the Voodoo Lab Pedal Power Plus, the courtesy outlet. There is no way, because this is right on the bottom of the pedal board. So if it was orientated this way, it might be able to work, but you can see where that is not going to work. I mean, I don't know if this would fit between the rail on the pedal train in the first place, but and then if you have the old pedal train, there's not even an open rail at the front. It has two circles for the courtesy outlet and then the AC input. So yeah, I mean, my idea there would have pretty much been trash because it wouldn't have worked for everybody if they have an old pedal board. You'd have to have, in theory, this the correct way where it would fit in here, and then you'd have to have the Classic Pro. Any of the Classic series, the Terra, the Grande also has the open front, but the Pedal Train 1, Train 2, and the Junior all have the circles on the front panel, which, um, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I hope. I mean, I'm just wasting time. Power supply. And then the piece de la résistance. HX Stomp. Taking a look at the chassis here. So these three buttons are clicky for your press and turn. These two buttons click. The volume, pretty good resistance. If you hit this with your foot, I doubt it. I just go, "Wah!" You know, it's not going to fly around everywhere. So there's that. And this is all the stuff that I know you guys want to know. I mean, you know what the buttons are, and by this time you probably read through the manual. But these are the questions I had: is what can you actually press, and kind of what does what there. So these are the same foot switches. They feel the exact same sound and everything. They're capacitive. Same thing as the standard Helix models. On this side, we have a MIDI in and a MIDI out through. I'm going to be using this. I purchased the Morningstar MIDI pedal, and what it does is you plug that into this, and you essentially get six more buttons. So I'm going to have that. It's about the same size, a little bit smaller. It's going to be right off to the side on my pedal board here. And I'm going to be able to control some stops, hopefully. I'm really hoping to do that. So let's see who we got in the house. We have, of course, we got Jared, Tone Wars. I was on the phone with him earlier today with some technical support, even though I haven't tried this thing yet. I just kind of read the manual and tried to help as best as possible. That's what I'm here for. So if you guys ever have any questions about any of this stuff, honestly, I'm not the arbiter of knowledge when it comes to this stuff, but I have used a lot of this gear in unique ways that people typically wouldn't. So that alone should help me help you. See what we got in the messages. We have Chad Boston in the house. We were just discussing the skins. I was at practice, so I couldn't respond to your price on the skin. So he has a screen protector for this thing, and then he has the skins for this. So I'm thinking the Sparkle Blue, but I kind of want to see what he has laying around in his shop there. A lot of people do the Sparkle Blue now because it's sexy, but I'm thinking I might go with a different color. So Chad, I might be calling you here in the next few days. And then, yeah, we just got a few people here. It's not too crazy, but I want to plug this thing in after I showcase the headphone jack. We have a send. This is stereo. Return, left mono, right. And if I'm correct, I should be able to use this in 4-cable method and also still plug a pedal into this you can either have a stereo effects loop or two mono effects loops. It depends on how you configure this. So we have, this is for expression pedal 1, 2, or foot switch 4, 5. So if you have a momentary switch, they have really small switches you can buy that are just tip ring sleeve. That will work perfect with this. Boss has a few expression pads that you can get. Those have been around forever. Inputs, we have left mono, right. Output, left mono, right. And these are balanced and unbalanced jacks. USB, your DC in. It does say right there 3 amps, so I was correct. And then what's cool is you have this power switch that you can't really bump. I mean, you'd have to really hit that somehow to turn that off. On the bottom, we have some more information here. Coolness. And let's plug this thing in. I don't think I'm going to play through it. I'm just using my phone for this one. There's no fancy border. This is a live stream. Long day. I woke up at 5 today, 5 this morning, not afternoon, and went to work, got my 8 hours in, 8.5 hours in, and then I drove to Detroit with the worst traffic ever. I was watching Jared's live stream. So Jared is Tone Wars. So click on his name. He's in the chat. Go watch his first impression video. He did a live stream. Some cool cats jumped in the chat. They had Frank Rashad. I think Chad jumped in there. I was in there. But I was driving. So Hall Road, if you're familiar with Michigan, this is what Michigan looks like. Frankenmuth, Google Greta Van Fleet, same town as I live in the same town as them. So I had to go from there to Detroit. But when you get down like towards Detroit, they have a road called 59 Hall Road. And that road, traffic backup, 3 lanes for miles. It's every time. Every time I go down there on a Friday. So that was pretty trash. And then I pulled off on a side road to get on the 21 Mile Road to head to this side of the state, east side of the state where I had to be. And there was construction. And there were construction workers telling cars to go and telling cars to stop and everything. It was just a nightmare. And then there was like a mile up the road after I got done waiting at the corner for about 10 minutes to proceed towards my destination. There was like cop cars and ambulances and a fire truck and then a helicopter taken off. So somebody must have gotten a bad wreck or something happened because people were standing outside and gawking, and then this helicopter was freaking taking off. So if anything could have went worse, I would have probably ended up in the hospital because like I was next. I felt like I was like have you seen Final Destination? That's what it felt like to me tonight. Oh, let's get to this. Any more questions? Do we? No, we don't. Jared, ask a question or something, please. Jared, ask me about my day. Jared, are you my dad? So yeah, already trying to plug that thing into my power strip is a freaking nightmare. You guys crack me up. All right, first boot up. Let's just do one of these. Ooh. See if I can get you any closer. Perhaps. I'm so glad I bought a tripod. I bought this like a month ago and it's been like the best thing ever. Oh. That's a pretty nasty glare. Try to get rid of that. Maybe I can just prop this up a little bit. So right now we're in a Stomp mode, I believe. This is me discovering this, by the way, so take it easy on me. View. Oh. Oh. Ooh. None. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Oh, this one. No. 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 This does. Wait. Okay. So that's how you rename things. Yes. This is where I want. This one. You can. Yes. So this is exactly what I wanted to do with my life, was set something to momentary. But I'm going to leave that latching for now until I figure out my life. This again. Global EQ. Oh, that's cool. A little bit different view. Can I hold this? Okay. So we have our first glitch. Go figure. Okay, it's gone. So hopefully you guys saw that. I don't know. It didn't freeze the HX Stomp, but it happened. Controller sign. What I really want to do is get into the main menu. Yeah, I really don't know how to use this thing yet. But yeah, that's the HX Stomp unboxing, guys. Yeah. Page right. He said page right. I need to just look at the manual. Actually, you know what? This will help me. So how do I do what I want? I know, it's a shaky experience. It's okay. Shh. Shh. Okay. I want snapshot mode. Step on a foot switch. Wait, can't you just... Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I really need to look at this. Yeah, I will. Yeah, check this out. James, you want this thing? Well, look how freaking massive. I mean, look at this. Look at the difference. I mean, here's my hand, and then here's my hand. I mean, there's really there's really no comparison there, size-wise. I mean, this is insane. What I do appreciate, and this is, I don't think I've seen anybody comment on this yet, but the fact that the button spacing is the same. I mean, it's so close. It's like hardly off. So that's going to be nice because I'm used to the spacing on this already. I mean, unlike this guy, old Ground Control Pro, I mean, the spacing on that one was quite further. So, you guys remember this Ground Control Pro? Maybe I could take this for my fly gig. I can use this for my MIDI controller. Then I can have 1,000 buttons. Oh, yeah, super excited for this guy. Get this out of the way. It's probably gonna go up for sale some point. I mean, now. And then here is what I'm doing. So this is not by any means the exact configuration. This stuff all needs to get planned. Let's just raise these happy little feet up again. Sweet. Lock that down. Move the slide a little bit so it's not so harsh. Cool. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. This pedal is awesome. It's the controversial Pussy Melter pedal. Did a review on this. Well, not so much a review as a demo. It's getting some pretty good views. Very excited about this. I used this in place of the Riot Reloaded at practice today. Kills it. This pedal does it. So this is probably going to be the one coming with me. I'll take this. I'll make a preset on this to use this with the correct EQ stuff. But oh my God, this pedal is insane on its own. So we have a mission. Morley's sending me a mini wah. Probably won't need this. I grabbed this from Detroit. I had this in my rack. This was also in Detroit, so this came off my main rig. And this came from Detroit. This is a second one I have. This is a second one I have. I have a Tokyo Drive and a Precision Drive, which are the same thing. Only one was a limited edition one. Just got this the other day, so now I have two G70 wireless things. And the guy that sold that to me gave me the wrong power supply. So if you guys know what this Line 6 power supply goes to, let me know. Wonder if it'll even freaking work with the HX Stomp. Let's see here. 2000 milliamps. I'll probably just check with Eric Klein. He could probably tell me. What does this go to though? It has this, and then it has this, which I would take this over the other one, to be honest. If Line 6, if you're listening, if this works, I'm using this because I can zip tie this up somewhere and I can just plug this into the courtesy outlet on the front of the Pedal Power 2 Plus. So, you guys have done this before. You've clearly done it. Hopefully this works. I'm not going to just plug it in and try it, but some research to be done on my part. So I'm going to research that. If this power supply does work, shoot, I'd say that you should buy it. So, I mean, why not? But I don't know yet. So this is going under the board. It's like so. And there's a mount for that. I got to have the talk box this time. So I might use this one, might not. I have a Rocktron Banshee 2 as well. This... and that's going to feed, oh, my brain hurts, Freak Out, which will probably get mounted under the pedal board, to be honest. So this is already not going to work because I need to put this here. Boop. So that goes there. This can go right here. I can go right there. So this goes out to my first pedal, out B, goes to this and nothing else goes from it. So it's just direct feed. Now I have sound coming up to my microphone and this distorts the tone and gives you the Peter Frampton, Richie Sambora kind of thing. Yeah, James, I don't know what the wall wart is, but I mean, I really don't care. Oh, Chad says it's the M13. Well, I do want to research because if that power supply works, I'd rather use that because I mean, like I said, I can just mount this up under here, and that's one less thing I have to worry about because this is like blow and go, throw your stuff up on stage, and you know that's how this series of gigs goes. Probably just this. I mean, I need this for sure. This will go under. I'll show you what I mean by that. I need this. I need this. And then from there, you can go into this. And actually, this will probably be over here because I have that Morning Star coming. And then precision drive somewhere. Probably there. And then this tuner can even go up here. But yeah, the mini wah is gonna kind of screw me over. But I need it. So I'd rather cram some of these things that I don't change the parameters on, put tape over them, and then put them under the board. What I mean by that is precisely this. So it's not pretty, but wait, wrong way. I was like, why isn't that working? This is what I did last year. So that gets Velcroed under there. Now you're hiding pedals and stuff. Now you can fit more stuff. So that's a trick for you guys if you've never seen that before. On this side, I had a G50, and I took a drill press and put 2 holes here. So you feed this through, right? That goes up there. And then main out. And now you have your G50 off the top of your pedal board. Now you can fit more stuff. Huh? And then from there, it would come out of this hole to whatever is first in the chain or whatever. So that was pretty much that. And then the Helix floor fit perfect on this. But it was just so inconvenient because the pedal train case that it came with, it wasn't the soft case, it was the hard case. The rake on the Helix floor is, if you look at the side of the Helix, it looks like a race car or something. It's really thin at the front and then gets wide. I mean, think of how wide, how wedged like this is. So you can just put this in the case. You had to take the Helix floor off of this, which there was so much Velcro that it was like, I mean, you needed a freaking pry bar to do it. And then you had to turn the Helix around and set it back down. So the thin part of the Helix where all the switches are was right here. And then the knobs and switches and stuff was on this side. So it was like more box-like, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's that. This will probably work. And it'll be the G70. I'm taking the G70 with me, no doubt. Drop precision this and tuna. It could probably come out from this hole into the tuner, and then I can have that as a failsafe or whatever. Because I don't like. Okay, now you're tuning. I like click on it, mutes my signal, and you're tuning instantly. And then that one you can see all your strings at one time and stuff. But let's check the comments one more time. I'm gonna be cutting this off. Halo top chocolate covered bananas, mate. You're amazing, Jared. I think you're a really special guy. I'm glad I have you in my life. You enjoy that sherbet or whatever you're eating. I don't even know what it is. You enjoy that. Morning Star. Don't know what. Yes, I do know. The wah. I keep forgetting about the wah. That clearly won't fit there. So I can probably figure out a way to mount more stuff under here. I mean, you have this power supply that has to go there. And there's hardly any clearance under this too. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure this out one way or another. And I'm going to be able to fit this in my freaking book bag. For real. And carry it on. Or not. And scrap all this. Thanks for taking the time to watch tonight, guys. 35 minutes, a little bit longer than I wanted to do, but I wanted to show you my proof of concept right here. And yeah, show you the HX Stomp or whatever. So yeah. What happened to you? The Seymour Duncan preamp you had. You mean the Power Stage 700? I hated it, so I returned it. Power 700 just to my ear, and there's a few other users that used it with Helix that said the same thing. Um, Once you turn it up past halfway on the volume and started getting up here, no matter if you ran one cab or two cabs, it would start to clip, digital distortion and afterbirth kind of stuff. I have a video about that. I could probably speak into detail at some point, but I kind of feel like I'm just bashing on it because there are so many people that enjoy the product that I don't want to just sit there and be like, no, it's trash, because it's really not. It it just has some limitations that people either don't recognize or choose to ignore because they spent the money on it and they want to pretend it's the best thing in the world, which all power to them. But from somebody that has used a lot of different solid state amps and tube amps, I know firsthand that some are superior than others. Like I would choose a Crown power amp over that just because of like a higher, a high power one, not like a cheap Crown. It'd have to be a good one. But if I were to recommend any amplifier that's solid state, it'd be a Quilter. Currently, the Matrix line. I have the VB800. I have a video, and if you want, I can do more videos on this thing. But it's the Michael Jackson "Beat It" solo cover, and the first is just raw audio from inside of the booth in the studio, and then the second half of the video, after the pictures scroll, that is the mastered recorded sound. It's the Line 6 Helix Floor with the Matrix VB800, and it's insane. So check it out. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for all your videos. I've learned a lot from your channel. Thanks again. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch the videos. I appreciate that a lot because um, it's something that I wish I had more time to do for you folks. And I just love helping people. I love helping people with their guitar rigs and, just helping them get to the next, you know, a better, basically have more fun playing guitar. That's the best way I can put it. And it's been a long day. I've been up for about 20 hours, but um, that's pretty much that. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And the Tone Wars guy, the Chad Boston guy, subscribe to those channels too, because Chad inspired me to get that Morningstar pedal that will allow me to expand this a little bit, and I can't wait to show that off. It's coming from Singapore. I live in Michigan, United States, so not sure how long it's going to take, maybe 10 days, but um, once I get that I'm going to figure this out like tonight. I'm going to plug this in and try it out. But once I get that Morningstar and program it with the MIDI and stuff, which looks super easy on Google Chrome, Chad has a video on how to do that stuff. So check it out. It's foolproof. And I guess I can't say too much because I read the manual front and back today and I can't figure out how to get to anything now. Maybe just because I'm burnt out. But Jared, you thought this was plastic. It's metal. Yeah, it's a metal enclosure. So you kind of had me scared there for about a bit, bud. Yeah, there's that. Thanks for watching. Smoke cigarettes. Actually, don't do that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.